Out here in West Texas, where the Chihuahuan Desert stretches toward the horizon and the Rio Grande carves its way through ancient stone, there's a place where the world feels untouched, wild, and impossibly vast. This is Big Bend National Park. Over 800,000 acres of raw, rugged beauty. And today, we're exploring it the best way possible, on two wheels.
Hey, you're welcome.
And then next, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing good. We're enjoying the weather.
The Panther Junction service station. It's one of only two places inside the park where you can get fuel. Gasoline and diesel are available here year-round, and the pumps operate 24/7. Out here, where distances are long and self-service is thin, topping off your tank isn't optional, it's survival.
Okay, so what do we got?
River Road running all the way, which is 62 miles River Road.
We're going to do that.
Well, not to his River Road starts right here. And there's St. Elena Canyon. And
That's awesome. So it was very, very bright, but so a lot of the stars you can't see.
That was worth a stop.
Ohio.
All righty then.
The Panther Junction Visitor Center is the park's main hub, located near the central entrance, and it's where every rider should take a moment to regroup. Inside, you'll find maps, trail updates, weather reports, and rangers who know this land like the back of their hand. If you're planning any off-road exploring or long-distance routes, this is where you get the latest conditions. There's also another fuel stop at Rio Grande Village, but depending on your route, Panther Junction is the most reliable early stop. Once you roll past this point, you're heading into some of the most remote riding in the lower 48. So fuel up, hydrate, and get ready. The real adventure begins the moment you leave Panther Junction behind. Big Bend's story goes back nearly 10,000 years, with evidence of ancient peoples etched into canyon walls and buried beneath desert sands. Spanish explorers crossed this land in the 1500s, Comanche warriors thundered through on raids in the 1800s, and ranchers carved out a living in the early 1900s. In 1944, Texas gifted this land to the nation, creating the park we ride through today. As the road winds toward the far southeastern edge of Big Bend, the desert opens up to one of the most unusual border crossings in America, the tiny port of entry to Boquillas, Del Carmen, Mexico. There's no bridge here, no traffic, no long lines of cars. Just a quiet Rio Grande, a ranger station, and the promise of a completely different world waiting on the other side. After checking in with your passport, you walk down a dusty path to the riverbank. Locals are waiting with small rowboats, the same way people have crossed here for generations, for $5. They ferry you across the Rio Grande in a ride that lasts less than a minute, but feels like stepping through a doorway in time. Once you're on the Mexico side, the pace slows even more. You can walk the half-mile into town, or hop onto a burro, a horse, or the back of a pickup truck. The climb to the Chisos Basin is one of the most unforgettable stretches of pavement in Big Bend, a road that feels purpose-built for motorcycles. It starts on the desert floor, where the air shimmers with heat and the land looks flat and endless. But within minutes, the mountains rise in front of you like a wall, and the road begins its steady, dramatic ascent. The road itself is a masterpiece. Tight switchbacks, sweeping curves, and narrow cut-throughs carved into mountainside. There are no guardrails in many sections, just open views that plunge into the basins below. Every turn reveals something new. Cliffs rising straight up beside you, distant ridgelines glowing in the sun, and glimpses of the basin cradle high in the mountains.
How you doing?
Well, so far so good. How are you?
Good. It's a beautiful day.
We leave the Basin campground area and head south on Ross Maxwell Scenic Drive, one of the most beautiful stretches of pavement in the park. The road twists through volcanic formations, desert basins, and overlooks that seem to stretch forever. Pull over at Sotal Vista. Trust me, the view hits you like a punch to the chest. At the end of the road, the desert suddenly splits open into one of the most dramatic sights in Texas, Santa Elena Canyon. The Rio Grande slices through limestone walls that tower above you like a cathedral carved by water and time.
It's kind of a fun little hike down here. Nothing real super scenic, but you'll see what I'm talking about once you get down in here a bit. There's a rise to the right. You kind of got to go over, and then you can go down a bit. We'll put some new boards in here.
For the old folk, it might actually get muddy in here if it rains.
Yeah, I think it used to be yeah, you can hike about as far as you can go down there. You can see them rocks.
All right, I've got my feet
That's about as far as you can
in the Rio Grande. There we are.
Actually, there's usually not water here.
Oh, so you can go up in the canyon if you want.
Yeah, not that far. Maybe half a mile, if that. It just depends on how high the water is. Looks like it's a little higher than what I expected. Yeah, I've done that several times, done that thing.
Well, cool.
As the sun starts dipping low over the Chisos, it's time to roll out of the park and find a place to rest for the night. The ride west towards Study Butte feels different at this hour. The desert softens, the shadows stretch long across the pavement, and the heat finally lets go of the day. Study Butte sits just outside the park's western boundary, a tiny outpost where travelers, riders, and river guides all cross paths. It's the kind of place where the motels are simple, the people are friendly, and the cold drinks taste better than they should after a day in the desert. You check in, drop your gear, and let the quiet settle in for a moment, but the night isn't over yet. Just a few minutes down the road is Terlingua Ghost Town, a place that feels half abandoned, half alive, and completely unforgettable. Old stone ruins sit beside quirky shops and desert art, and as the sky turns orange and purple, the whole town glows like something out of a Western movie. Just up the hill, the rest of Terlingua Ghost Town comes alive. Old stone ruins from the mining days sit beside quirky art installations and desert sculptures. There's a famous Terlingua trading company, where travelers browse local crafts and grab a cold drink before settling onto the porch, the unofficial gathering spot of town. Musicians drift in and out, guitars come and go, and conversations start easily between strangers. Across the way is the Starlight Theatre, once an abandoned movie house, now one of the most iconic restaurants in West Texas. The porch fills up first, a mix of locals, river guides, bikers, and wanderers, all watching the desert fade into night. Inside, the walls are covered with decades of stories, and the food hits the spot after a long day on the road.
I guarantee you, this is a rocking place over here. Check it out. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Really cool.
It's a cool place.
Thanks for riding with us.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed the ride, please give us a like
All right, kid.
and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on the next one.